Hi everybody. It's been way too long since I've done a vlog style update. But nice to see you. I'm Melons if you're new here. And I have so much to say, and fortunately my newborn is being lovingly watched by my mother-in-law this weekend, so I've had time to process and have a good time, and now I'm making time for this update vlog. So oh my god, I've had the most whirlwind of the past couple weeks. A high note is I'm still in recovery, so despite all of the chaos, there is no relapse in sight, and we are happy about that. I unfortunately was let go from my full-time job, which is crazy because I was very devoted and done a great job at this company, pouring into their success. But it was like a mass layoff of at least a dozen people, and they've been doing this every couple of months. So there was almost a sense of like, is my time coming? Is the baby pregnancy prolonging that? And that proved to be true. So the minute I was past, a reasonable time of coming back to work, they pulled the plug and let me go. So if you're ever thinking like you're putting your personal priorities or interests or family or well-being or whatever aside for your job, like don't, especially if it's a large company or something like that, a corporation. Like, they don't care about you. They'll replace you in a heartbeat. All the blood, sweat, and tears and time and effort and energy you've poured into them to make a salary, they have made millions, and you could have poured that into yourself. And that's what I'm starting to learn. Like, all the nights that I've stayed up building an operations manual, or all of the business coaching that I've provided to people, or all of the like branding experience that I have and life experience that I have, I could have been pouring into my own business. And I've made little attempts at that over time, but I've always been just so exhausted. I haven't had time to really pour in and see it pan out. I have side gigs as a life coach and as a nutritionist and as an alternative healer, and I'm going to continue taking clients and doing that kind of thing. But now maybe it's time, while I have this pause, to consider how I can pour it into my own business model and really build something that's sustainable, or where I can build it up to have my own employees or my own franchise or something like that. I mean, I have connections and people that would probably invest and support me. So that's the direction I'm thinking. I'm obviously going to apply to traditional jobs as well. My husband is currently full-time caretaker for the baby and has a job where he can work basically whatever shifts he wants, as much or as little as he wants. So right now we're probably in a time frame where he's going to work a lot, and we're going to switch roles just so that we can keep things going. But I really don't want him to return to that company full time, because the same reason I just said. I mean, they are horrible in terms of how they treat people and don't value your life or your mental health or your well-being or even your physical health. So I just don't think it's a toxic environment. And so I don't want him to have that weighing on his like mental while he's trying to grow as a person and become a good father and, break old habits and things like that. So that's just our short-term plan. But while he's gonna take care of us for now, I plan to get back into being a bad boss bitch and doing what I can to provide for us and the family. And so I'm sure I'll apply to some traditional jobs, but I'm working hard to find my own way. I also really like making content. I've been doing these sort of vlog and daily life updates just as a way of having a place to share my story and store my memories, because I have a bad memory and I have a lot of digital clutter on my phone and everything. So this has been a place that I can sort of have like a linear path of what I've been through, all in one place. But I would love to do more educational type content. I have done a lot of like presentations and trainings in my life, and I can be well spoken and I can build a good presentation. And I would love to do something like teaching people how to heal themselves naturally, or how to I don't know, eat healthy, or how to stretch and deal with chronic pain or fatigue, and all of those kind of things too. So if there's something anybody's interested in, let me know. But I'll probably just start pumping out some things like that. And And then one more update I have, I sort of saved the best for last, so if you're still here listening to me ramble, thank you, I appreciate you. I have been working as an intern in the LCU, or the lolcow universe, here on YouTube. I did a tryout on a show called Lolcow Bus, where they have this internet figure, Amberlynn Reed. And if you know anything about her or Girl World, then you're one of my people for sure. But they had an opportunity for people to try out and become a co-host of her show, and I was granted intern status. And so I wasn't assigned to her show specifically, but I was assigned to another show kind of in their world, in their universe. They have like 20, and they're all about different themes, different type of personalities. And so I've been on a show, Lolcow Wild, where I'm their set intern, and we're doing crazy things like stunts. I'm doing snow angels and eating eggs and spoonfuls of mayo and painting on my face and all kinds of fun, silly things, just having a good time, pushing myself outside of my box, outside of my comfort zone, and trying to have fun and be silly. And then there's another show I started, helped start for the main co-host. I was like an intern assigned to them, called Lolcow Glass, where they really are talking about all the drama and the Girl World LCU drama and Amberlynn drama and all of that kind of stuff. And that is where my heart is, because I was able to help creatively. I do know a lot about SEO and how to, farm engagement and things like that. So it was going well. I really enjoyed having my girlies to kind of spill tea and gossip with about that, but just due to some various reasons, I'm not sure if it's going to be the best fit for me long term or not. And so we'll just kind of see how everything shakes out and plays out. And I'm praying that eventually I'll be assigned as a full-time host, where this is actually paid. I helped build up that channel to be monetized. I'd love to get something back for it. So we'll just see how it goes. But until then, I'm just going to keep pouring into all avenues and my own content, my own family, and my own career plans as well. So if you are watching this, I just want to say thank you so much for your support. The most meaningful thing you can do is to watch, to like, to comment, engage, subscribe, please, if you want to follow my journey. And if there's anything you're interested in learning about, let me know, because that'll be the first piece of content that I make just for you. So thank you. See you next time.